This changes careers. Yes, pleasure practices are absolutely necessary for your career and for your ultimate success and how you show up at work. And this video is going to tell you why. Hey, I'm Brittany Rochelle. I'm an anger alchemist. Yeah, that's right. I'm an anger alchemist, teaching you how to alchemize, transform rage, resentment, frustration, annoyance into this beautiful, magnificently melanated life. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you why having this pleasure practice is absolutely critical to thriving in your career. So a little bit of backstory. We all know that there are so many things that go on in our corporate environment and our workforce that has very, very little to do with work. It's so much more about people's emotions, people's insecurities, people's own deep-seated stuff from childhood that actually infuses how they show up and lead a project, how they engage with their coworkers, how they manage their own manager. And so I find the more that we actually do the work of healing ourselves, of actually reconnecting with who we are and what we want, that automatically transforms and shows up in the way that we are at work. It shows up in our presence. It shows up on a conference call. It shows up in how we tackle challenges that happen at work. Because in my experience, there's really no separation. There's no like, this is my personal life over here where I'm doing this thing, and this is my business life where I'm doing something totally different. The two blend together so powerfully. And also, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm a big advocate of using pleasure, using our own power source of our pleasure, of fulfillment, of feeling loved, and having that be such a powerful way to transform our lives and therefore transform our career in that process. So the process, the pleasure practice that I want to share with you today is actually all about something that I call love bathing. So go with me here. So much of, as I mentioned, the way that we show up in our career and sometimes even the projects that we take on or don't take on is from our own internal stuff, our own healing that we have yet to do. And often so much of the workforce is thriving and is really built on this need to either protect where you currently are or defend yourself from other people. We're trying to gain people's approval or trying to not be attacked or not be seen as inadequate. And when we spend so much time and energy really protecting, feeling like we're not good enough, feeling like people are going to find out that I don't belong, feeling like maybe I'm not smart enough to be in this role, it actually makes us very defensive and it makes us not as effective on our jobs. And so when we, in our own time, in our own pleasure practice time, create and really nourish ourselves with worth, with feeling like we're loved, with feeling like we are whole and complete, and really make this a conscious practice, we show up on a conference call differently. We show up to a group project differently, and we show up with our coworkers and with our managers differently, because it's like having this deep base, this deep, like strong foundation where your foundation is like strong and you can be kind of like protruding out and like, welcome, I'm ready to take on the day, as opposed to when you feel deeply insecure, when you feel like you're not good enough, when you feel like people are going to find out that you're not smart enough to be in this role. It's like having this concaved, like collapsed and dilapidated foundation, and it's really difficult to build any sort of sturdy house from that point. So doing this practice, which is as simple as a quick meditation, breathing in and out and actually inhaling a sense of whatever you truly desire. So maybe it's love, maybe it's worthiness, really allowing yourself, your body to infuse with this sense of love, with this sense of knowing that you are worthy. So you can actually do this practice while being in some pleasurable state. So maybe that is giving yourself a loving massage, maybe that's being out dancing or roller skating or gardening, or maybe it's listening to some delicious, amazing music. I was just listening to Maxwell, Matrimony, whatever you want to do, Jill Scott, anyone really, and breathing in and really filling yourself up. It's like you're nourishing yourself with worth, with love, with power, with confidence, with whatever you desire. And you can actually do this by consciously focusing on different parts of your body. So breathing into your lower pelvic area, breathing into your chest, and then breathing into your head. It's kind of like you're inflating your own body with worth, inflating your own body with love. And doing this process regularly will absolutely change the way that you show up at work. And if you want to get even more tips on how you can consciously show up at work differently through what you do in your time outside of work, you can check out my totally free training called Corporate Clapback. You can check it out below. And if you want to work with me one-on-one and not only healing, but also transforming and leveling up your career at the same time, because the two are inextricably linked, then you can work with me one-on-one and use the links below to fill out an application. And I can't wait to meet you and to start working with you. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next week.